50, 45. There goes Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow. Oh, my God. Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Welcome in, everyone, to a brand new edition of the Dream Wager, episode 575. We are recording this Sunday night, October the 12th, 2025. And, kid, pretty profitable weekend here for us on the Dream Wager. How you doing? How was your Sunday?
I'm doing great. I'm glad that we're both doing pretty good overall, Dill. But as a Patriots fan, Dill, it's looking good. I'm feeling good. 4-2 right now. Tomorrow night, I'll probably be a Atlanta Falcon fan. Hopefully,
a little tease.
Yeah, hopefully, Bills go down.
Oh, I thought that's what your bet was. But as a Patriot fan, your bet, yeah.
As a Patriots fan, I'm gonna be the Atlanta Falcon fan tomorrow. They lose, Bills go down. We're top of the first place in the AFC East.
I love to hear it. Well, we'll recap all of week 6. James Franklin got fired. I mean, they lost to Northwestern. The second or third loss they had by a 20-point favorite. I mean, you got to go. And Drew Allard is out for the season now, so that doesn't hurt. $50 million buyout. I wish I got fired for $50 million.
Yeah,
Shit.
I'm retired.
I'm good.
He's definitely going to take a couple years off. At the end of the day, I think name a notoriety alone, he'll get another job. I just feel like it's going to take a year or two.
Yeah, he'll take a year off.
He wants.
Yeah, relax. Maybe buy a house somewhere, but it'll be all right. But other than that, we got MLB baseball we'll talk about towards the end of the show. And then we got Monday night doubleheader between the Bills and the Falcons, just like Elvis said. And then we got the Bears and the Redskins the second game in the night slate. And then we got 2 games for the MLB. We are on to the championship series between the Blue Jays and the Mariners and the Brewers and the Dodgers. But, kid, we'll start across the pond in a game, honestly, we should have won. The Jets lose to the Broncos 13-11. -10 passing yards as a team. I mean, I guess my question to you off the bat is, do the Jets win this game with Tyrod Taylor? It's not all on Justin Fields because it was 9 sacks.
Yeah.
But
kind of on the offensive line. But to answer the question, it's hard to say he wouldn't have won the game.
It's hard to say he wouldn't do better than that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I said, it wasn't all on Justin Fields because that's 2 weeks in a row now that the offensive line, and granted, this is a top 5 defense. I'll give them a little slack, but this was a awful performance. Breece Hall didn't play well. No one did. Offensively, I thought defensively, actually, they played pretty well. We finally got a turnover. First possession, too. Mm-hmm. So we finally got a turnover. I didn't think Bo Nix played all that well. I thought Evan Ingram had a pretty good game. But outside of that, they really weren't able to run the ball all that well. I thought the defense actually played the defense played well enough to win the game. It was the offense. And we saw visibly the pre-snap penalties with the Jets. They got to stop. Undisciplined. And I don't understand the end of the first half. Like, you just let the clock run out. You saw how visibly Garrett Wilson was upset, and rightfully so. Like, he was not having it, and he's enshrined behind me. I'm an Ohio State fan. I love Garrett Wilson. I have his jersey. I have his rookie card. I love him. I think he's a top 10 receiver, but he is being wasted in New York. He truly is. Like, his talent, he's being wasted being in New York. So I feel for him, but yeah, another tough slaying. 0-6. We got the number 1 pick, though, on a positive.
Yeah. One thing is true. I think the Jets should have won this game. I think defensively, y'all showed up. Y'all played, honestly, the best defensive performance this season. I think the Broncos, I don't know what it was. They were a little sleepy over that flight or something, but Bo Nix, he didn't play well. Yeah, he only had 11 incompletions, only 1 sack, but
but
Yeah, we
nothing
saw.
really down the field.
Yeah, we saw the Jets defense get tortured all season long. Especially, y'all couldn't stop a nosebleed running during the rush attack deal. 78 total. Bo Nix had half of it. J.K. Dobbins only 40 on the ground. Like you said, Evan Ingram did most of the damage, but nobody really hurt the Jets defense. Shockingly, so I agree with you. I think the Jets defensively played well enough to win this game. Like you said, got their first turnover of the season. Offensively, I didn't show up. I saw Alex Glenn be a little upset in the post game, saying if being asked if he's gonna bench Justin Justin Fields.
That's a fair question.
It's a fair question. The man just went out there and had how many passes? 45 passing yards. He took 9 sacks. Yeah, he didn't throw a pick, but the offense didn't look good from
No.
the jump. Yes, there was moments in the game when I was like, oh shit, the Jets might win this football game, but the offense never looked good. So give credit to them for the defense finally showing up. I think they played well against Bo Nix in that offense, but still, like you said, 0-6. Only bright side first overall pick, but this one is on Justin Fields, but I
Yeah, I
don't think
agree.
this was Justin Fields' worst game. I don't think he deserves to get benched off of this.
Yeah, I don't
Honestly,
think
you can make the case he should get benched off of this performance. I just wouldn't.
I just wouldn't either. Maybe bench him in the fourth quarter when there's an opportunity to win the game. It's hard to imagine Tyrod Taylor would do worse than this. At least he's going to get the ball out and he's not going to take sacks. Some of those sacks are on Justin Fields, though. And I think it's a fair question to ask. Now, do I think he deserves to be benched off of his lone bad start? No, but I would say 70 to 75% of this loss is on him.
Yeah, and he still holds the ball too long.
Yeah.
We saw it down the stretch when he had Garrett Wilson open for a first down, and he just I don't know why he just threw him late, and it was an incompletion. The safety was able to break up the ball, so it's the same old Justin Fields. We saw him be great at times, but today it was just a bad day.
Yeah, it was a really bad day. So 0-6. Likelihood the Jets win a game.
They're gonna win a couple games.
A couple?
I'm gonna say at least 2 or 3.
I'll give us one.
Y'all play Miami twice still? Did y'all play Miami?
Of course, we're in our division.
But did y'all play them?
Oh no, just once.
Oh,
they're bad too, though. We'll get to them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll give you a shot against a couple teams.
We're not beating Carolina.
Are you there at MetLife or they're in Carolina?
It doesn't matter. Rico Duato will go for 200 on us. But it's just hard to imagine us win a game. I don't think Aaron Glenn should be fired just yet. But if he can't find a way to win one game or make adjustments, there's a conversation that needs to be had. And
I agree.
I'll leave it at that. There's really nothing else to say. But
if you can't win a couple games, I'm gonna say if you can't win 2, it's a fireball fact.
Yeah, so we'll leave it at that. But I did not get there with my lock. But the teaser does hit for them. So thankfully that hit. Yeah, Colts -7. We did not get there, but thank God we teased them down. Jacoby Brissett, what a game. What a game. I mean, coming in short notice and to have a game like that, and especially when Marvin Harrison Jr. goes down, feeding Zay Jones, feeding Trey McBride. And he really didn't have that good of a run game either. Bam Knight and Michael Carter, 2 ex-Jets, by the way. They were able to do a little something, but other than that, I thought Jacoby Brissett played well, and to be honest, I thought he outplayed Daniel Jones for a little bit of the game. Like every time Indianapolis scored, he answered. He drove them down the field. So I like what I saw from Jacoby Brissett. Another amazing game from Jonathan Taylor. I mean, 21 carries, 123 yards, another touchdown. Outside of that interception, thought he played pretty good, Daniel Jones. Josh Downs had a nice touchdown. Tyler Warren, he goes over prop of the week, hammers over. So 6 catches, 63 yards, and a touchdown. He winds up being probably, and now with Emeka Ibuka being hurt, watch out, offensive rookie of the year, Tyler Warren is live. But, yeah, great game, and they continue to win. Indianapolis moves to 5-1.
Yeah, even though it came in the loss, I think the most impressive performance of the day has to be Jacoby Brissett coming on the road against a hot Indianapolis Colts team, first place in the AFC, by the way, Indianapolis Colts team, and Jacoby went out there and lit it up. I'm gonna be honest, though, he lit it up. Till I think Mac Jones just now, Jacoby was about to be the only 300-yard passer of the day. So I think I think Zay Jones, McBride, even Wilson, everybody was getting involved early on, especially after Marvin Harrison went out. So with all the injuries that was plaguing this offense, Kyler being ruled out to start the game, the injuries at the running back position, then your number one wide receiver goes down in the first quarter. I think Jacoby did everything he can. So shout out the Cardinals. They showed up, I'm gonna be honest, they had the Colts running. Deal like you said, they couldn't cover the 7.5. Thank God we put them in a teaser. I think Daniel Jones played pretty damn well. Like you said, besides the interception, which was a great interception, by the way, Jonathan Taylor ran the ball pretty well. Tyler Warren, Alec Pierce, Michael Pittman Jr. didn't really get involved too much, but another 30-point game by this Indianapolis Colts team, 5-1. Hey, man, they proving us wrong every week, though. I think I'm not gonna put them up there just yet, but they're trending up. They're trending up.
The reason I'll say I think it was a positive for Arizona, even in a loss, they had fight today. They actually fought, and I was like, okay, like this is the team I think you and I and other people thought they were gonna play coming into the season. I haven't seen Arizona fight like this all season, and this is without Kyler. Is there any correlation to the new COD game coming out this week and the beta version in him?
No.
That's a fair question.
It is a fair question for history's sake, but come on now. Come on now.
I'm dying to see if on Twitter people are like, "Yo, I seen him in the chat. He was online." That'd be hilarious. It's kind of like I'm already St. Brown. He was playing 2K to 4 a.m. Did you see that?
Yeah.
But he wound up balling out. So, and like you said, I think you said this last week, winning solves everything. So it doesn't matter if he's up to 4. But yeah, big win for the Colts. Undefeated at home in the number 1 seed so far here in the AFC. You mentioned the Dolphins. Thought they were going to win, but Justin Herbert let them down the field, and they got the game-winning field goal. They wind up winning on the road 29-27. Tua, man, 3 interceptions. He did not play well. I thought Devon Achane played pretty well, though. He had 2 rushing touchdowns. He ran for 129 yards. He had 22 receiving yards on the ground. Jalen Waddle had a pretty good game. Outside of that, defense still struggles. Really weren't able to get any pressure on Justin Herbert. Finally, a clean game from Justin Herbert. No interceptions, 2 touchdowns. He had 1 to Ladd McConkey. That Ladd McConkey last play to get him into field goal range, I thought was amazing by him. And Kamani Vidal, what a breakout game for him. 18 carries, 124 yards. He also had 14 receiving yards as well and a touchdown. I think he was the star of the game, but I think the quote of the game had to have come from Tua, where he goes, we have players on the team that don't show up for player meetings, and we have player meetings where players don't show up, where it's an all-time bad vibes team.
It's a shame because I think the Miami Dolphins, even though Tua throwing 3 picks, I think the Miami Dolphins should have won this game. I think the Chargers got pretty lucky here, especially down the stretch. Shout out Ladd McConkey having his first big game of the season. We know the kid's a stud. Like you said, Vidal, huge game on the ground, over the 120 rushing. But let's just be honest. I think the Chargers got lucky. They walked out of Miami with a win. Like I said, couple great throws from Justin Herbert to set him up for the game-winning field goal. But even with the turnovers, though, Miami still had some way somehow was about to win this game. I don't know what's up with the Chargers. Yes, they walked out with a victory, but it was not impressive at all. Shout out them, but give credit to Miami. I think they fought, like you said, to a great quote, but I think overall, Waddle showed up. Devon Achane show up. I think the defense could have been better, absolutely, but I think they played all right. So give credit to the Chargers for showing up, walking out with a victory, but in my eyes, wasn't impressive.
3-0 on the road for their New England Patriots. They take care of business in the Bayou, 25-19. Drake May, he lit
Looks
him up.
good.
He
He
lit him
looks
up.
good.
18 for 26, over 260 yards, 3 touchdowns. He had 2 to Booty. He had 1 to Demario Douglas as well. He kind of spread the ball out everywhere. I know kind of a quiet night after last week for Stephon Diggs, but he spread the ball out. Not the best running game, but I thought neither team were able to really run the ball all that well. And outside of Chris Olave, I didn't think Spencer Rattler played all that bad either. 20 for 26, 227 yards, another game with no turnovers. Yes, they're 1-5, but this is a very scrappy and competitive Saints team.
Yeah, I think Spencer Rattler. I think he's proven me wrong, though. He's been playing pretty damn well. Like you said,
He's not the worst quarterback in the league.
he's not the worst quarterback. He's been pretty accurate, and he's mobile. He could do some damage with his legs. I think Kellen Moore is honestly getting the best out of this offense. They've been scrappy. They've been competitive in every game this season. So I like what I'm seeing from Kellen Moore and this offense. So shout out Spencer Rattler. He's been playing well. From Drake May, till that second touchdown throw to Booty, that I think it was a 29 yarder, 30 yarder
Yeah, it was 29 yards.
when he was on the move to the left, throw it to his right. So Drake May is consistently making all pro throws. He's consistently making them. This is back to back weeks when he's on the move, making plays with his legs and his arms. He led the team in rushing. I'm a little concerned about that once again, I'm gonna say it. Why the hell are we not getting Trevion Henderson more involved? What's the point of taking him 34th, 36th, 35th overall if we're not gonna get him involved? I do like Stevenson, but I want to get Henderson more involved. And I like the fact that we, like you said, that we spreaded the wealth offensively. Everybody was able to eat on the Saints defense. So great win. Shout out Mike Vrabel. And like I said, I'm gonna be a huge Atlanta Falcons fan come tomorrow night.
Yeah, if they the Falcons wind up winning, both of you are 4-2, and you guys hold the tiebreaker, so you'll be in first place. Next week, does it scare you? Third straight road game.
Yeah, but who we play again?
The Titans.
Come on now. I know,
But it is crazy. I didn't expect you to have three straight road games.
but that's good. We
Yeah,
take
yeah,
care
no.
of business. We go back home.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
looking good. Looking
And you
good.
guys needed to win today. You took care of obviously the big one last week, Sunday Night Football. Took care of business down at the Bayou. Now you guys go to Tennessee.
Oh, we lost Dylan. Oh shit, that's rare. But yeah, uh, we going into Tennessee next week. That should be. I'm not gonna say an easy dub with all due respect, but I like our chances going into Tennessee after that 3-game road trip. And
Yeah,
like Dylan said, after that 3-game road trip, we're going back home. And
yeah,
like I said to you, the over is looking good.
yeah.
The
It
over
is looking.
good.
It is. All right, let's go to the next game. They keep on winning too. Pittsburgh Steelers 4-1. They take care of business at home. This was another awful road spot. We laid it out perfect. We got this one right. We teased them down even though we didn't need to, but Aaron Rodgers played really good today. 21 for 30, 35 yards. He had 2 touchdowns, one to Connor Hayward and that sick one to DK Metcalf. He had a big game as well. Collectively, they ran the ball well with Kenny Gainwell and Jalen Warren, but this defense finally came alive. They stopped Quinson Junkins. They weren't really able to run the ball, and outside of the rookie Arnold Fannin Jr., he really didn't do anything offensively. The rookie only threw for 221 yards. Good win for the Steelers at home.
Yeah, I'm not. It is Dylan Gabriel, but this is back-to-back weeks where the Steelers defense were honestly impressive. The first 3 weeks of the season they didn't look good. Now we saw it 2 weeks ago prior. Now after the bye week, they shut down Dylan Gabriel. 52 attempts. Kevin Stefanski, I think you know better than this. There's no reason why Dylan Gabriel is snapping back, throwing the ball 52 times. I understand you were down in the game, but it was never really a blowout. I think we saw Jenkins. He's been honestly running the ball way better than anybody anticipated. Try to get the ball running through him. It's not the end of the world. No need to force Gabriel to drop back 52 times, and he also got sacked 6 times still. So, kind of scratching my head on that. And like you said, Aaron Rodgers played well. I think offensively, DK Metcalf brought a huge spark. Shout out the big boy Washington, the tight end. He had himself a game. Uh, Good solid win for Pittsburgh Steelers. But hey, 4-1, top of the AFC North. I just want to tell the people right now, if you can snag it, if you have the patience, if you got the bankroll to wait, right now the Pittsburgh Steelers shockingly are only minus 125 to win the AFC North. The Ravens still, I think, are plus 110 or plus 120 to win the AFC North at 1-5. I think at 4-1, I just love their chances, and at the price tag at minus 125 to win the division, I think we gotta hop on it, people. So I might even hop on and put a 100 or 2 on it. I think the Steelers might run away with the AFC North.
Undefeated at home, second in the NFC South. The Carolina Panthers, the biggest win of Dave Canales' career in Carolina. 30-27. We get our dog of the week. Cashes. They are undefeated at home. I mean, quote, you talked about Tua quote of the week. My quote of the week is going to Rico Dwaddle. He told his teammates to strap up. They asked him what he thought about facing his former teammate. They didn't strap up, and he couldn't be more right. 30 carries, 183 yards. He had 56 receiving yards as well. Terry McMillan, he had 2 touchdowns as well. Bryce Young played a pretty good game. Only that 1 turnover, only 1 sack. This Dallas defense is terrible. I know George Pickens went crazy, but outside of that, they couldn't run the ball. They really didn't get anything going offensively. Even Jake Ferguson, I have him on my fantasy. Outside of that touchdown, he didn't do anything. George Pickens is a beast, though.
He had a game. George Pickens had a game.
He's been going crazy the past few weeks, but outside of that, man, Carolina's a scrappy team at home. I like them.
Yeah, Joe, I gotta be honest. I think Bryce Young had one of his best games of his career so far. You say Canales' biggest win of his career so far. Might be Bryce Young
100%.
biggest win of his career so far. At the end of Dallas, it is the Dallas Cowboys, people, and I think Bryce Young right now. That stadium sounded live, people. It was jumping in there when they got that victory. It got a little loud. Honestly, one of the loudest I can remember since Cam. Cam was in the neighborhood, so nice to see Carolina having some hope right now. Like you said, undefeated at home, and this is 3 straight games at home, 30+ points. So the offense is alive at home. But I think the story of the day got to be Rico Dowd. Back-to-back games with over 200 all-purpose, 183 on the ground. He led his team in receiving as well. What more could he do, especially against your former team? So shout out Rico Dowd. Shout out Bryce Young. I think they pulled out a hell of a game. And for the Cowboys still, this is a tough loss, in my opinion. I was on the Cowboys. Javonte Williams in the running game was real quiet. Couldn't go nowhere fast. Only 31 total. And besides George Pickens, still, the offense is kind of quiet, So shout out Dak. He did have 3 passing touchdowns, but besides George Pickens getting, making some tremendous plays, we saw that hurdle down the field as well. The offense wasn't really clicking. So give the Panthers credit sneaking out a victory, but hey, like you said, this Panthers team might be
playoff team.
No, but I feel like it won't be an easy win for anyone going into Carolina. I can say that.
They might go over their win total. It was at 6.5. They're 3-3.
Hey, they get 8 home games, right? They get 8 home games.
Yeah, so yeah, they're a fun team to bet on, especially at home. On the road, I don't know if I want any part of them, but at home, they are a really good team. So yeah, shout out the Carolina Panthers. We get there with our dog of the day. Talk about Rico Dwaddle, big game. Jackson Smith and Jigba. 8 catches, 162 yards. He had a touchdown. Sammy D was lighting him up. He almost threw for 300 yards. He was going crazy. I thought Trevor Lawrence played well, too. It was the sacks. The defense showed up 9-0 in their last 9 home road games. Mike McDonald was asked, why do you guys play so well on the road? He was like, I don't know. It's just like the camaraderie, and we just seem to all be clicking when we're away from home. They couldn't get anything on the ground. Travis Etienne, another poor game. Brian Thomas Jr. finally had a big game. He would have had a bigger game if that call didn't come back, if Travis Hunter didn't line up offside. But other than that, or at least you and I, we kind of felt this letdown coming after the big win on Monday night against Kansas City, and especially how good Seattle is away from home. So big win for Seattle, though.
Yes, Dill. But I was the one who took Seattle on the money line, Dill. Great
I did
game.
too.
You did? Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
we're both on Seattle.
I thought you was on Jacksonville.
No.
Great win by Seattle. I just had a feeling, with beating San Francisco in San Francisco last week. We saw what they were able to do to the Chiefs on Monday night. I just feel like this is gonna be a traditional letdown spot. And we saw the game that the Seattle Seahawks lost to against Tampa Bay at home. So I just felt like they were due for a win. Jackson Smith and Jigba. Oh my God, Dill, he is special. When he saw that touchdown in the first half, Dill, that 60-yard bomb, whatever it was, that was just flat out special. A great throw, by the way, by Sammy D. Without a real running game tonight, I think Kenneth Walker only had 30, 35 yards, something like that. Hey, they snuck out with a victory. They were able to slow down that high pouring offense from Jacksonville. Like you said, Trevor Lawrence didn't play bad. The sacks was just that defense constantly getting pressure on the quarterback. They weren't able to establish the run. Parker Washington, I think he's pretty solid, but nobody was able to really show up besides Brian Thomas Jr. So I think give credit to Seattle sneaking out a tough victory down in Duval County.
Yeah, it was a big win for them down on the road in Duval County. And we will go to Baltimore. The Ravens wind up. I'm sorry. I don't want to see Cooper Rush anymore. He's a hard watch, bro. Tyler Huntley would have won this game. Honestly, it was a close game up until the second half, but yeah, it's this Raven team, man. They're desperate for this spot. Derrick Henry finally had a good game, 122 yards on the ground, but other than that, this was a hard watch. Thank God Puka Nacua came back. He wound up hurting himself, but came back, really didn't do anything. I thought Karen Williams, he was the star. He had a nice catch. It was like a 30-yard catch down the field to Matthew Stafford. He also had a good game running the ball as well. He had a touchdown. By the way, breaking news, if you didn't know, Matthew Stafford is a Hall of Famer. Matthew Stafford is going to be in the Hall of Fame. So, yeah, he wound up winning this game. And I honestly thought they were going to lose the game early on. I thought Ravens were live. Yeah. And then I realized Cooper Rush is not good at football. Yeah. So
give credit to Harbaugh. I think in the first half, the Ravens showed up and gave everything they had. So I can respect that. Cooper Rush, we saw him. He played pretty good in Dallas, in Baltimore. It's just not a good fit. It's just not a good fit. I'm not sure if Tyler Huntley would have won this game, but I think if he would have started, they would have put up more than 3 points in the first half. I think their defense played better than the first couple of weeks. They forced a turnover. So I think overall, if you would have told me the Rams would have been held to 17 points, I would have said the Ravens had a chance. But if you was going to tell me the Ravens was going to score 3 points, I would have been like, I didn't see that coming. So shout out the Rams, taking care of business. But this Ravens team, Dale, like you said, they're going into the bye week. Hopefully they could get a couple guys healthy. They still have a shot. It's not like the season's over. The Ravens still have a shot. It's going to be a tough hill to climb.
Titans head coach Brian Callahan said nobody's blameless for this team's 1-5 start. I just don't understand that. He's to blame. He's terrible.
At the end of the team is not good.
But he's not a good coach either. They're lucky they won the game last week. They're just lucky Arizona's incompetent. This week Arizona team would have smoked them.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This team's not good, and Raiders aren't good either. Let's be honest. I know they get back into the win column. They win 20-10 at home, but Geno Smith didn't look that good in my opinion. Alshon Gentry, he had the nice touchdown, but outside of that, they're still without Brock Bowers. Trey Tucker had a pretty good game. Michael Mayer, he had the touchdown. I don't know. You beat the Titans. I really don't know what to say. Cam Ward's still holding on to the ball too long. This team's just not good. Tony Pollard has regressed as well. Van Jefferson led the team in receiving yards. That's when you know it's bad.
Yeah, and after that, watching the game, I thought Van Jefferson played pretty well. Other than that, these are two bad teams. I think Crosby had a good game defensively. I think, you know, they got a lot of sacks on how many sacks? 6 sacks. Goddamn. On Cam Ward. Cam Ward, like you said, holding the ball too long. Give Raiders credit, but they're a bad team as well. I'm not gonna, hang my hat on them. And with Canales,
Not Canales, Brian Callahan.
Callahan.
He's a winner. Dave Canales is a winner, actually.
Yeah, with Callahan, it's gonna be a tough season. I think Cam Ward said it best the other 2 weeks ago. We're just ass. They're just a bad team. I don't expect too much. Calvin really went out with a hamstring injury. Hopefully that doesn't linger for a couple weeks. So it's gonna be a tough season for the Tennessee Titans. Let's just be honest.
Who's the first coach to get fired, Brian Callahan or Mike McDaniel?
I'm gonna say Mike McDaniel because it was more expectations for the Miami Dolphins. Like, do you think the Titans was gonna win 6, 7, 8 games this year? No. I think we all expected Miami to at least win 6, at least 7. I'm not saying win the division. I would say at least try to fight for the last 7 spot in the AFC. So if I had to come down to it, I'd definitely Mike McDaniel still. They're a 1-win team right now.
Yeah,
they're tied. They're tied for the second overall pick. That's not good.
Yeah, it's a tough watch. Let's go to Green Bay. We get over the 44.5 by 1. Ended with 45 total points.
You
Green
went
Bay.
over? Yeah. You only total. Let's
only
go.
Total. Total Dylan.
1-0
on totals this year.
Yeah.
Barely fucking got over, which is why I don't do totals. But Green Bay winds up. They don't cover. But they do wind up winning the game 27-18. They are undefeated at Lambeau. Jordan Love, 19 for 26. He did have the one pick, but Josh Jacobs had a really good game. 18 carries for 93 yards. He had the touchdown. Tucker Kraft got into the end zone as well. Shout out you. You hit your prop. Matthew Golden, 3 catches for 86 yards. He led the team. First half, I didn't think Joe Flacco was going to make it. But then the second half, he kind of turned it up a little bit. He threw for over 200 yards, no turnovers, only 1 sack, 2 touchdowns. Couldn't run the ball. I mean, that's been the problem all year. But finally, Jamar Chase had a nice game. He got a touchdown. Tanner Hudson got into the end zone, but not as bad as I thought.
Yeah, honestly, like you said, besides the first half, second half, the Cincinnati Bengals was pretty competitive. I think Joe Flacco was able to move the ball. We saw T. Higgins, Jamar Chase getting involved heavily. Chase Brown even ran the ball. I'm gonna say better. He averaged almost 5 yards a carry. Wasn't great, but he averaged damn near 5 yards a carry, which is better than he has all season. And as on the show, I think we called this game perfectly, Dill. I said take the 14.5. You said take the over, and I said Golden over 46.5 or 43.
3-0.
3-0. So we swept this game, so that's good to see. But overall, give credit to the Packers, but not impressed. I don't think Jordan Love played all that. Honestly, he played okay. I think he honestly could have played better. I think the interception was kind of Josh Jacobs did everything. He did everything for this offense. 2 TDs. He caught I think 5 as well for over 50 as well. Almost 100 yards on the ground. Minka Parsons constantly getting pressure on the quarterback. Couldn't get home. Shockingly on all the people. Joe Flacco. So give credit. They got the win, but was it impressive? Absolutely not.
They should have blown this team out, especially with a guy making his first start with the team for like
Joe
5 days.
Joe Flacco would have came out in the first half like he did in the second half, Cincinnati would have been live. People, Cincinnati would have been like, think about it. I think he put up 15 points in the second half.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know who kind of regressed though? Mac Jones. Mac Jones came down a little bit. I know he threw for a lot of yards, but the 2 picks, the 6 sacks. I mean, Baker, with all the people that went down, Emeka Buku went down, Chris Godwin out, Mike Evans out, Bucky Irving out, and for you to still win this game, 256 yards, only completing 6 passes, 1 sack. Did you see that run Baker Mayfield did to like that 15-yard run to get the first down?
I think right now that might be the play of the year. Right now, just because of
Yeah.
circumstances. Berkey Irving's out, Mike Evans out, Chris Godwin's out. The best wide receiver in football was ruled out in the third quarter. And when you needed it, I think it was a 3rd and 14 at that.
He got 15 yards.
He
Yeah.
got 15 yards, though. To me,
Crazy.
that had to be the play of the season because right there, he let what happened the following throw
Touchdown.
to I think Tez Johnson, first of his career. Kid did an amazing backflip after as well. So great overall game. Shout out Todd Bowles. Got this Tampa Bay Bucks team at 5-1.
5-1.
I think Baker Mayfield, I'm not saying he's the clear cut, but he should definitely be in the MVP conversation right now. There's no doubt about it. Like I said, I think he made one of the best plays of the year so far with that 15-yard run. And with all the injuries surrounding him, still having his team 5-1, still coming up clutch, you got to give Baker credit. To me, he should be the front runner for MVP.
Yeah, they get a little rest too. They play next Monday night against the Lions, but big game. Probably our number 1 and 2. If the Lions wind up winning, are probably 1 and 2 power ranking teams going head to head next week.
Mm-hmm.
So should be a really good game.
They're my 1 and 2 right now.
Yeah, same. Exactly. So all around, really good performance for us. I think you wind up taking the 49ers, though, did you not?
Yeah, I took the Niners plus 3.5.
Yeah, so, outside of that, I went 3-1. My prop, Tyler Warren, went over his receiving yards. Dog of the week, Carolina hit. My teaser hit, but the Jets actually wind up covering, so my lock with the Broncos did not hit. But 3-1. Elvis, you're 3-0. You have a chance to go 4-0.
Yeah, hopefully hopefully the Lions can take care of business as my dog of the week. But we got there, Matthew Golden with the prop of the week over, I think, 43.5. We got with the lock, ran it back with the Patriots. So that's back-to-back weeks with the lock in the week. And shockingly, people always say my teasers be a little iffy. We got there on a 3-way, 6-point teaser. The Colts, the Broncos. I'm going to be honest, we got lucky there with the Broncos.
We did. I did too.
Jets should have won that game. Let's just be honest, people. And then with the Rams, minus 1.5. Played it safe at plus 140. So 3-0. Hopefully, we can end the perfect week here, people.
Yeah. So, yeah, finally a really good weekend here on the Dream Wages. So shout out you and me. Overall, though, college football, how did you do on Saturday?
I think I went 1-2. I remember I took Iowa State. Shout out Colorado putting up a huge upset.
First ranked win since post Shador and Travis Hunter.
Yeah, and then I went 1-1. I pushed. I took Bama minus 3.
Oh, it all depended on the number you got. So you got 3, I got 3.5. It all depends. And to be honest, I took him in a teaser as well. That was a really good game between them and Missouri.
Yeah, it was a great game. So shout out Missouri for the backdoor cover because some people did get the 3.5.
Yeah.
But shout out Bama. I think 3 straight tough opponents, 3 straight tough wins. Georgia, Vanderbilt, now Missouri. So
yeah.
Gotta give credit where credit's due, Dill.
Yeah, 100%. Ty Sampson is really good. 200 yards, 3 touchdowns, and he's doing it on the road. He's legit. He's a Heisman candidate for sure. Texas big win, Arch Manning.
Shocker.
I mean, yeah,
real quick, Dill. I know you love calling it the Red River shootout. Wasn't a shootout Saturday night. Far from a shootout.
Yeah, it was far from a shootout. I don't know if it saved their I don't know if it saved their season, but it was a good win for Texas at home against Oklahoma. So got to give credit.
I think it saved their season. Come on now, let's just be honest.
I still don't know if they get in though.
They're not getting in the playoffs, but they're going to be in a bowl game.
Yes. Yeah.
Looking like it. They lose this game, Dill. Depending how the remainder of the season goes, they might have been out completely. So
Sark might be like James Franklin looking for a job. Honestly.
So give credit to Archie Manning. Give credit. Great run at the end of the game to seal the deal.
Yeah. He's fast. I don't know why they don't do more RPO like style runs with him. I'm just saying. I'm not a coach, but
what's his jersey say, Dill? Manning.
Yeah. But he's different.
They're not used to a Manning moving like that
now. No surprise. The Ohio State winds up taking care of business with those guys in Champaign. Kurt Cignetti might be the best coach in the country. I mean, Indiana is for real this year. Going on the road in Eugene and knocking off Oregon. What a game. Kurt Signetti, he said it. Google me. I win. And he does win. He is so fucking good. He gets the best out of his team. I didn't think Dante Moore for Oregon played well at all. He had those 2 picks. They weren't really able to run the ball all that well. Elijah Surratt, the main receiver for Indiana, he's a stud. But other than that, man, what else did we have? Texas Tech winds up still dominating Tennessee. It was a close game between them and the Razorbacks. Michigan lost. That was good to see. They got boat raced, actually. USC destroyed them at home. So that was very interesting. Notre Dame continues to – they look like they're playing well. Obviously, we mentioned Penn State wind up losing as a 20-point favorite. Utah gets back on track. That was a big win at home. They dominated Arizona State. And then Florida State. Holy shit, Pittsburgh. Great win for Pittsburgh. 34-31. They knock off the Seminoles. They move on to 3-3. So ever since that Bama win, kid, they've been kind of on the decline, and Alabama's kind of been on the up.
Hey, watch out.
Yeah, overall, it was a pretty good weekend in college football. And then in baseball, did you stay up and watch that 15-inning game?
Come on now, Phil. You did.
That was a stupid question, but I did. In 5.5 hours, I'll say this. I never want to watch another 15-inning game. It was a hard for a good 2.5 hours. I didn't see a run.
Yeah,
that's a tough
honest,
watch.
I know they only do it for the regular season. Having the guy at second, but I think even come playoff time, I wouldn't mind having the guy on second as well. So, I think they got to implement that rule deal because in the playoffs we can't have these 13, 14, 15 inning games like it's the 80s and 90s anymore. So, I know some people will hate it. Me personally, I'm not trying to see a 15-inning game either, so might have to implement the rule.
Real quick, Kyle Shanahan came out after the game and said Jawan Jennings told reporters that he is playing with 5 broken ribs, so he's a dog. And unfortunately, All-Pro Fred Warner is out for the season after suffering a dislocated and broken ankle. You knew it was bad when they immediately put an air cast on it.
Yeah, his foot was sideways. So it's a shame to see the potential that this 49ers team, with the bless of the easiest schedule in the league, but all the injuries they've been dealing with this season. And this is not the first time Kyle Shanahan and his 49ers team had high expectations, but the injury bug got them. I don't know what's going on, but this is multiple years we've seen the injury bug in San Francisco. So hopefully Fred Warner and Bosa and company could all recover and come back. Shit, I'm still waiting for Brandon Ayuk to come back. This is week 6.
Yeah.
So George Kittle too. So it's interesting to see what this 49ers team could end up like, because I still think they have a shot to win the division. It's going to be interesting to see when Brock Purdy returns, but they're dealing with a lot of injuries, and now it's piling up on the defensive side of the ball. Those are 2 old pros gone.
100%. You got Bosa and now Fred Warner, he might be a Hall of Famer.
He might be the best linebacker in football. Can't replace that.
No. And when you saw him come up and his leg get caught underneath the pot, it was bad. I knew it was bad, and they put an air cast immediately on it. Yeah, it's a tough look, and it's sad to see, but yeah, prayers up for Fred Warner as well. But all right, kid, before we get to the doubleheader, a quick word from our sponsor. We're brought to you each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. There's no wonder why Viva was voted #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV. Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We flavor tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks. So just a kick, just like how we like our lives, whether it's Huckleberry playing around the golf with the boys or an elderberry watching Monday Night Football, it doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with that Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink. I believe here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. All right, kid, let's get to it. Monday Night Football doubleheader. Like I said earlier, we will start In Atlanta, the hot ATL, the Atlanta Falcons hosting the Buffalo Bills. Bills road favorites -3.5, -205 on the money line, +172 for the Falcons. Total 49.5. Now I know you'll be rooting for the Falcons. Will you be betting them?
I might be, Dill. I like the +3.5 with the Atlanta Falcons. I think having an extra week to to get ready for this Buffalo Bills team. We saw the Buffalo Bills lose against the Patriots, couldn't cover against the Saints, couldn't cover against the Miami Dolphins, all at home. Now they have a tough task, in my opinion, on the road. I think the Atlanta Falcons are even live in this situation just because they had that extra week to prepare. I think 3.5, 4 points is a little too many. I do think Buffalo deserves to be favored. I think they should walk out with a victory. But I think Atlanta makes it interesting. Give me the +3.5, +4 with the Falcons.
Yeah, this is a weird game because Falcons are coming off their bye while the Bills, they'll be looking ahead towards their bye next week. Coming off that loss to your Patriots, they have to be focused, and they're still without Ed Oliver. I don't know if this Bills team could stop the run. This is a banged up Buffalo team right now, and on the road against a Falcons team that they look better. They're all healthy. They're coming off a bye. I agree. I'm going to take the home dog here. I think they're live to win the game, too. I'll take the points here, mainly because of how good the defense has been, too, for Atlanta. Usually that was the problem last year, was
Yeah,
how bad the defense
this year
was.
they're constantly getting pressure on the quarterback. Last year they were last in the NFL in quarterback pressure.
This is just a different team at home. They're 30th in the league against the run, Buffalo. I think this could be a big game for Bijan Robinson. I just don't think this Bills team is good defensively right now. And this Atlanta team is built for a dome. So I agree. I think the plus 3.5 is very live. I think +172 is the value. It has to be with Atlanta here as well. So yeah, I agree. Let's go to Maryland. Washington Redskins hosting the Chicago Bears. Redskins laying 5.5 here at home, -270 on the money line, +220 for the Bears. Total is the same at 49.5. What are we feeling here for this one, kid?
Another team coming off a bye week. We saw the Commanders first game back with Jaden Daniels take care of business on the road against the Chargers. Now coming back at home against let's say a pesky Bears team. Dale, it's another one. You might look at me a little sideways. Give me the +5.5 with the Chicago Bears on the road. And let's not forget, people. I think the Chicago Bears still have a sour taste in their mouth from last year. Commanders got a lucky win last year with the we all know with the Hail Mary from Noah Brown catching that tip ball. So I think Chicago gonna walk into Maryland with a little revenge in their mouth. I think Ben Johnson had an extra week to scheme up some plays. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some trick plays. I would like to see DJ Moore a little more involved as well in the offense. Jerome and Duze and Caleb Williams have been having a great connection as well. So if I think if DJ Moore gets a little more involved, Duze does his thing, and they're able to get some type of running game going, I think Chicago is live as well. But I'll take the 5.5 in my back pocket.
See, I was with you for a little bit, but not on
I
this
know,
one.
I know.
You know me. You know me. We've been doing this show way too long. But you're right. Bears coming off their bye. What I like to see from this Washington team is the run game start to get going a little bit with Cliff. I want them to start running the ball more. Kingsbury, he's doing a nice job running the ball. We know what they could do, and Jaden Daniels could do throwing the ball. I want to see a little more with the run. I don't know what to expect from this Bears team coming off the bye. Is their run defense gonna get better? Is it? I truly don't know. I don't think it is, and I just think the Redskins match up well against the Bears. I think Washington will be able to run the ball all over this defense at home. I know the record isn't good on Monday Night Football for Washington, but this team is different with Dan Quinn and Cliff Kingsbury. So I got
I
it a
agree.
little.
I
I
agree,
got it.
Dill.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I got it.
sorry to cut you off, but they are dealing with a lot of injuries on the offensive side.
Yeah.
No Noah Brown, no Scary Terry. So it's gonna be interesting to see who's gonna step up offensively and what Jaden Daniels could do with his arms and his legs. And like you said, on the defensive side of the ball, can they slow down Caleb Williams? Are they able to, not establish a running game on the opposite side of the ball? So it's gonna be interesting. Like I said, I like the Commanders still, but I think 5.5 is just too many points with all the injuries you're dealing with on the other side.
Yeah, I think what it came down to is I just don't think this Bears team is any good, and I'm just waiting until they. I don't know. Truthfully, I'm not even saying it in a
I
mean way.
respect it. I respect it.
I just have to see it to believe it. I think Dan Quinn will be able to stop this team coming off the bye. We'll see how good Ben Johnson is off a bye, but I know Monday night, if you look at the numbers, the record is not good in prime time for Washington, but this is a different culture that Cliff and Dan are bringing here to this team. So I trust Jaden Daniels. I'll lay I got it earlier. I got it around Thursday, like the day before we recorded at 4.5. But even at 5.5, money is coming on my way. So that is actually positive for me. I'll lay it here with the Redskins. I think they are the better team. But kid, before we get to our prop of the Monday night, best bet could be either the Bears-Redskins game or the Atlanta Falcon and Bills game. But what is your best bet before we go to prop of the week?
If I had to pick between the two, I would take Chicago plus 5.5. Though,
Wow.
I honestly think Chicago coming off the bye week, I expect the offense to be a little better. I think defensively they're gonna show up, having a week to prepare. And like I said, I think with Washington dealing with some injuries on the offensive side of the ball, who's just going to step up? I had the same question a couple of weeks ago when they put up 30 points with Marcus Mariota, but who's going to be that guy? Is it going to be Luke McCaffrey? It's going to be the young kid Merritt. It's going to be Chris Rodriguez. I'm not sure. Debo's might be out. Right now he's questionable. So if Debo's there, I like their chances a little more, but right now, it's just too many question marks on the opposite side, but I will give you this. Debo has been a monster this season so far.
Yeah, my best bet is going to be the Atlanta Falcons here. You're taking the plus points in the second game. I'm more confident with Atlanta here at home. I think they're a dome team. I don't trust Buffalo here. I think they're banged up defensively. I don't think they'll be able to stop Bijan Robinson. So, yeah, I'm going to take Atlanta here, the plus 3.5. That's my best bet here for Monday night. As for my prop of the week, or the prop segment is brought to you by Props.Cash, the best way to research your player props. Elvis and I have been using our Props.Cash for 2 years now, and we are getting hot. Don't let us get hot, kid. We've actually been getting much better here as the weeks go on, and it's helped us find an edge in several player prop markets. On the web or in the Props.Cash app, you'll get quick visual data on player trends, matchup history, and recent performance across every major sport. Clean, reliable stats that make it easy to spot value. Plans start at just $19.99 a month, and right now you can get 25% off your first month with code DREAM25. That is DREAM, DREAM 25. So download the app, not now, but right now, and sign up with the monthly subscription and use code DREAM25, and you'll be paying just $14.99 your first month. Level up your prop research today at Props.Cash. Elvis, I think it's 2 weeks in a row now you hit your prop of the week. Let's make it 3. What do you got?
Dill, this one, I had a tough time deciding because I had a couple that I like. I do like Drake London. It's at 72.5. It's a little high for me, but I do expect him to have a big game against Buffalo. I hit this prop last week. I'm going to go with it again. Give me Luke McCaffrey over 28.5 receiving yards. He had a 50-yard bomb last week. I think we see him a little more involved in the offense, but hopefully it's just not a 50-yard bomb again. Hopefully it's multiple catches, multiple targets, and I think we'll get there. Give me Luke McCaffrey over 20.5 receiving yards for Washington.
All right, for my player prop, I alluded to it. I hinted at it. Give me Bijan Robinson over 74.5 rushing yards. Props.Cash, their projection is 79. He's averaging around, 90-something? 98 yards. He's hit this in 8 of his last 10 games going back to last year. He had 75 last week against Washington, 72 against Carolina. He had 143 against a really good Minnesota defense. I think against Buffalo, who's banged up without Ed Oliver, they're 31st in the league against the run. Think this could be a really big game here for Bijan Robinson. So I will take Bijan over 74.5 rushing yards. You like that one?
I like it though, just because we saw multiple teams able to run on this offense, and like you said, in the dome, it's gonna be interesting if they're able to stop the run without the big man up the middle and then Alveler.
All right, let's go to we got two games actually here for the postseason for Monday night. It's going to be game two. Game one's going on right now between the Seattle Mariners and the Toronto Blue Jays. But no lines, obviously, for that game. So only one game. It's going to be the Dodgers versus the Brewers, game one in Milwaukee. Think it might be Quinn Priester going for. We don't know yet, but Blake Snell has been announced for LA. What do you think here for game one, kid? NLCS.
I feel like the Brewers having a tough game 5 the other night. I think it's a Dodgers series to lose. I do like the Brewers though. I think they are alive, but there's no doubt in my mind the Dodgers deserve to be favorites. Right now, they're a big favorite on the road for game one. So, do I want to lay the -156 on the money line? Not sure, but I think I might have to go that way. And I also do like the Dodgers for the series, but I'm gonna be rooting for the Brewers. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I hate both teams. Shout out Adam in the chat. Yeah, I'm on the Blue Jays as well here for tonight and tomorrow. But game one, I like the Dodgers, but kid, I think the value has to be with the Brewers here. I hate both teams. I actually like the over 7.5, if
like
anything.
I like
Oh,
the
really?
Under. Yeah, I don't. First of all, what we saw from game 4 for the Dodgers, it was a 2-1 ugly game. They
Yeah.
struggled. Even against we saw a high scoring game 1. Game 2 wasn't that much either. So Dodgers offense hasn't really been firing all cylinders, right? It's kind of been more of a pitching battles so far in this ALDS. So now in the NLCS, I kind of expect more of the same. I don't expect much fireworks from Milwaukee. Maybe 2-3 runs, and I expect the Dodgers score 4 max. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I guess the reason I like that was because Quinn Priester, if he does wind up, he had a bad first game against the Cubs. I mean, 4 runs on 3 hits. He didn't even get out of the first inning. Dodgers are a much better lineup and have a much better, deeper lineup than Chicago here. So, and Snell, yeah, he had a good game, but the Dodgers bullpen has been susceptible as well. So I think they'll be able to give up a few runs. Maybe Dodgers first 5 team total over. I think they could get out to an early start, but yeah, kid, I probably would go here with the over if anything. I like the Dodgers to win. I just think they're a little too heavy of a favorite here, but yeah, kid, that's gonna wrap it up. By the way, how was birthday dinner? Good. I saw the picture. I saw the steak.
It was great. I'm gonna be honest, it was great to be honest. But do I want to spend almost $300 for dinner? Absolutely not. So I told my girl.
Hey, but luckily you hit a lot of your bets today.
We recovered. So thank God for today. But last night the meal was amazing.
It was worth the money though. It's funny because I know Elvis so well, and he doesn't even spend that on himself. So it's like, I just know.
I put it like this: would I do it again? No.
Yeah. Oh no,
absolutely not.
That's great.
Did I regret it?
No,
because it was amazing.
It was amazing. That's good. By the way, how does your girl get her steak done?
She's coming around. She gets medium well now.
What do you get?
Medium.
So you like a little more red?
Yeah. I used to get medium rare, but I was like, yeah, I'll go medium. Sometimes I go medium rare. Depend. Like if I've been drinking, I'm going medium rare. But just chill. I'm going medium. Always.
So I went to a steakhouse one time with Sophia, and it was funny. I was like, because she's like a medium well, and so am I sometimes. But sometimes I'll get medium. But the waitress was like, "There's a thing to get in the middle called medium plus. It's not medium well, but it's also not medium. It's like in the middle." And I was like, "I've never heard of that." She goes, "Yeah, fancy steakhouses have that." I was like,
fuck
all right.
Here. I would have said, fuck out of here.
But I was like, do other places know about that? And she was like, if they're a good steakhouse, they know about it. I go to a steakhouse in Rhode Island with her. I said, I like it medium plus. He looked at me like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, I would have done the same. I would have been like, get your ass out of my spot.
I was sick.
I would have told you,
though,
get out of my spot.
because
That's what
I felt like a bougie person. I was like,
I
medium
guarantee
plus.
that spot that told you medium plus, they told you that just to
No,
sell
but
you
I'm
on it.
telling you, it was one of the best steaks I've ever had. It was that
I'm not
good.
denying it, but all I'm saying is that medium plus shit is out the window. That's all I'm saying.
Now that the festivities, vacation's over, car, right?
Oh, I went there Saturday morning, Dill.
Good.
Put the seat in, making sure I gotta get it tow ready. So I gotta do a few things, put the steering column, stuff like that. But might be towing it away this week. Might be getting it.
Exciting things ahead. Watch out.
Exciting things ahead, Dill. Almost done. Almost done.
Right.
Now, all plans ahead on the car.
Good. All right, kid. Well, enjoy the games tomorrow. Good luck on your dog tonight. That game starts in about 5 minutes. So go enjoy Sunday Night Football. Enjoy the doubleheader tomorrow. Good luck on all your plays. And we'll see you guys on Wednesday. Peace.